Welcome to my brand new channel, Jagged Little Edge on YouTube, where we're going to bring you a little bit of this and a little bit of that. With family, friends, and loved ones, conversations are going to be so much fun. Today's topic is going to be with my son, Shani. So please hit the like button, subscribe, and notification so whenever we drop you these gems, you'll be notified. Poof! Here he is, ladies and gentlemen, my son, my firstborn. And let me give you a little introduction of myself. I am a father of three. I have three beautiful boys. I'm a happily married man to my husband, Famous. And let's go. Welcome. So, what we gonna talk about? We got a lot to talk about.
Growing up.
Okay, so let's start with, I want to start, how was it as me, as your pappy?
Great. I think you've been an amazing father.
Don't have me crying.
You really have. I've learned a lot. Growing up with you, I've learned definitely how to be myself.
Oh.
That's one of the major things I've learned from you is to embrace yourself and be yourself and don't let anybody change you or try to, you know what I mean?
Okay, yeah, I hear you. Great.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He ain't never said that, y'all.
I try to you know.
So let me tell y'all about, truly, this is my first love. He taught me how to give unconditional love, and he taught me how to love myself. Having him was, you know when they say when your child is there and it's instant love? Like, I fell in love with him the first day I was there at the delivery. So when I held him in my hand, I fell in love. Driving home from the hospital with him, I tell him this story all the time. And I had him in the back seat of the his car seat, and I'm sitting there looking at him through the rearview mirror, and I'm about to cry because I'm like, they gonna let me take him home? I don't know what to do. I was 23 when I had him.
That's crazy.
Yeah, 23 when I had him, and so he's been truly my first love. Yeah, I know. I don't like to tell him that much. You know, he's big.
That's what I'm trying to say. I don't like to tell him too much.
He's big-headed, y'all. So let me ask you this. So at the time it was just two. We didn't have Sir L, so it was the two of them. His brother's name is Fabrice. And so how was it sharing your pappy with your younger son?
I never saw it as like sharing. I feel like we both got the same amount of love from you.
Yeah.
I just know I felt like I was closer to you as opposed to, I'm talking more of myself between you and mom.
Yeah.
I feel like we had a closer relationship.
Yeah, definitely we did. Mom. We definitely did.
But between me and Fabrice, I feel like we got equal.
Yeah.
There's no sharing.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't think.
Clear. So I like. You guys, if you would know us in real life, like the people who know us, they know our bond is really, really strong. And it's been that way since day one. I could tell, my joke is, I birthed him.
He said that he felt all the illness, the sicknesses that you get. Tell him about that.
Yes, I had the morning sickness.
And that's the thing, I had to look it up. They say some men get that. So.
And I had cramps, the whole thing. So now I want to touch on, oh my God, I want to touch on, I'm trying to get this record out, people are going to be watching. So I want to touch on the ups and the downs in our family. Because at one point we were solid.
We were.
Solid. So speak on the part when we were solid.
What do you mean, like as far as
the whole family unit?
I feel like when I was younger, I felt like we always had the perfect family.
Yeah.
That's how I felt. Everything was fine. Well, it was like me and Fabrice never went without anything. I feel like we all were just. Felt like a tight unit.
Yeah.
As far as when I was younger, how I perceived it.
Yeah, and that's because your daddy was going through. I was actually going through a lot through that whole marriage. But my whole thing in life was I wanted to be a father, and I wanted to be the best father that I can be. Not a perfect father, because there's no one walking around here that's perfect. But I always wanted to be the best father that I could be towards my boys. I gave up a lot and wouldn't regret it. Would do it 100% the same way I did it. Because I felt like when I say gave up a lot, I don't really mean how can I put this? I really don't mean that I gave up.
You weren't fully yourself.
I wasn't fully myself, and we're not going to get into that because this is not about bashing his mother. Mm-hmm. This is about our relationship, so we're not going to get into the whole grits and ditty of the whole thing with the marriage and stuff. Mm-hmm. That'll be a later time. But right now, this is a conversation for just me and him and our bond as father and son. So,
but just to clarify what you were trying to say, it was just you couldn't. When you said you felt like you gave up, it's not you gave up, you just couldn't, you weren't fully yourself, and you were internally struggling with stuff.
Yeah. And so I think that's when the downfall, because the more I got in touch with myself, I became depressed, lonely, and felt, even though the house was full of joy and I was coping, inside I was dealing with a lot. And I tried to keep that from them as much as I could. Mm-hmm. But I noticed as you got older and we had the conversation that you kind of noticed.
I picked up on some stuff, especially when, I want to say, when we lived in that house?
2008?
No, the house that we had built.
Oh, 99.
Like 2000?
Yeah, 2000, yeah.
That's when I really noticed that it was like, I don't know. At the time, I didn't know what was going on, but I knew there was like a shift in your energy. And
yeah. It definitely was. And I was trying to keep it together, but it was really difficult for me at that time. I don't know if you know about the suicides.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 suicides later, going through that, but trying to keep the family together. Because my whole thing was I always wanted a beautiful family. And I always say this, not a perfect family, but a beautiful family and a strong family. And I thought we were there. We were there. So any questions you have for me?
I want to know, during that time, like what was really going through your head? Did you need space from everybody at that time? Or like, I just want to know what was really going on through your head, if you want to go there right now.
Yeah, we can go there. To be honest with you, what I wanted was just you and Fabrice.
Yeah, I picked up on that.
Yeah, I just wanted my boys and co-parenting kind of thing, and I just wanted. But I knew going through stuff that we can't get into that wasn't going to happen, and so I think that's what kept me really in that space. Yeah, because I knew it wasn't going to happen. Me being in America, mothers can do whatever, and the law is really on their side. And I remember talking to lawyers for fathers, gay lawyers, to help out the LGBTQ, and they also, that's the mother, And so I realized if I was going to have a part in you guys' life, and I knew that she had the I'm trying not to be. She had the. I'm really trying to be nice here.
We can go to the topic if you want.
I knew she would give me a very difficult time. And I do want to stress this. This was not a marriage where a gay man didn't know and was trying to hide his homosexuality. This was a marriage where she knew the whole time. And I do want to touch on that. I think that's what really broke me, where our conversation was, I was going to tell my boys when they became of age where they can really understand and stood what was going on with their father. And she had already already did all that. And so I'm going through life thinking, I got this big secret. I'm building up this conversation I'm gonna have with my boys, and they already knew. And so once that all came out, that's when everything went left in our family. But let me ask you this. Me, when I knew I was different when I was in elementary. Mm-hmm. When did you know you were different?
Probably around the same time. When I was a kid, I knew.
Did you know gay, or you just knew?
Not gay, but I just knew I was different from everybody else.
Yeah.
But I never looked at it as different. I just felt like, well, I get different. Mm-hmm. But I didn't see it in a negative way.
Yeah.
I didn't.
See, you grew up in a house.
Yeah, where it was no prejudices or no stuff like that.
But me growing up, there was always the name. Well, my mother never did, but it was other family members that were kind of give me the child. I think he got a little sugar in his tank. It was one of those, and I never knew what that meant until I got older. But yeah, so in my household, I always tried to have my boys kind of do.
Yeah,
they did have rules, but they was allowed to express themselves when they came to dressing, when they came to how they kept their room. They can paint and draw on the walls. They could have done anything that they wanted. Because I wanted them to look. Because what I was sheltered from, like, I couldn't really express how I was in the inside in my growing up with my mother and my dad. So when I had my boys I wanted them to express exactly who they were and know who they were. And so
I appreciate that.
Do you really? Mm-hmm. I'm glad you do, because I think it's important, even with Sir L, I'm trying to do that same thing, like let him express exactly who he is, and I think people are stronger that way, because I think you really turned out to be the spit image. Let me pat myself on the back. The spit image of his pappy. People say it all the time. They're like, it's this a light one and a darker one. But they are exactly the same. We are both shady as hell. We will read you down for
I kind of am a little bit better at it.
No, he ain't.
This one can't handle me.
No, he ain't. So now let me get to getting married and you, because at one part, our family had split apart, and I was gone for 5 years. Yeah.
Was it 5?
It was 5 years.
It was a while.
Yeah, I was gone for 5 years, and I had to distance myself from the whole family. The hardest part of distancing myself from the family was this one. This was the hardest part that I had, but I knew if I didn't get away and get myself together. We couldn't come back and be where we are. And when we got back, it was like 5 years has never was there.
It didn't feel like.
Yeah. So now I'm with my husband, Famous. So how is that? How's that meeting your pappy?
It's great. I see how it's definitely a different type of energy from with you and Mom, and you can tell he's genuinely happy.
Yeah,
with this one.
Yeah. Don't do that. Didn't I tell y'all he's shady?
He is.
Okay, now tell me how is it meeting your pappy?
It was great. He was nice to me immediately when we first met. It was my birthday, wasn't it? That birthday.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we got along since.
Yeah, but me and you had talked before the birthday.
Yeah, we met up like a couple of times
before the birthday, and he was scared to meet you. I didn't tell you that, did I? He was scared to meet you. He's like, I don't know. So, and then I said, well, you got to come to the birthday dinner, and so he comes to the birthday dinner. So, okay, now you have moved in with us. How's that living with two gay men, even though you'll be home? How's that? And seeing us as fathers.
It's nice.
Really?
Yeah, because you don't really get to see that type of representation a lot. And to experience it in person is nice to know that that stuff, it can work out. Like,
Yeah.
two gay parents. And
Yeah. Good.
it's nice. It is really nice to see, because there's a lot of, like, especially on social media, it's never, you don't really see
Yeah.
Black gay couples like thrive like that a lot. So it's nice to experience it.
But that's what our main goals is, to kind of break the narrative that Black gay men can't love each other. That's one of our goals, and that even though that we still have our ups and downs, but our main goal is to show that Black queer love is real. And it can happen, especially with a child. Yeah, with a child.
That's another thing. It's nice to see that too, like you two parenting.
Yeah, because I felt some type of way when we decided to adopt Sir L. Because of course this is my first, so I was like, oh my God, is he gonna be okay? Do I have to have this conversation with him? So honestly, how was it the first? Because I don't think he was as down as he's saying.
It wasn't necessarily because of him.
It's a process.
It was a process.
The process was a pain in the butt. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What you? It was never a problem with him. Like, he was
I
baby,
know. I know.
It was like that whole process was.
God, when I tell y'all, it's a process, and it was worth it, but it was it was during COVID, so so that made it difficult as well. So what else you got for me?
Let's see. I don't know why I'm so nervous.
I don't know why.
Talk about how is it becoming a parent all over again?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, it's different.
Okay.
Shut up. Shut up.
I know why it's different.
It is really different because I'm trying to, because during that whole ordeal when the family kind of went around, all I heard how horrible person I was. So I'm trying to right the stuff that I know wasn't wrong, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I get you.
And so I'm a little bit more lenient with Sir L than
I mean, like, some of the shit that he does, me and my brother would never do it at his same age. I'll just be like, okay. But anyway.
Y'all different. Y'all was a different breed of kids. So, but yeah, with Sir L, and then I think the way he came into the world, I think I had to parent him differently than I did y'all. So don't you do that. Don't you dare do that.
No, he was like, some of the stuff that this one gets away with. No, it would not have slide.
Because everybody was like, because they know how close we are. They're like, how is Shawty? I was like, oh, he's fine. There's nothing wrong with him. He's fine. But I really always wanted to ask you that. So let me dive into this. What do you think it's going to take for the family? We'll never be but what do you think it's going to take for us to even? Because you and I are fine. For the other two, and let me clear this up right now, and I want this something. I love all of my kids, the first, the middle, and the last. This one is a little special. I'm not gonna lie. This one is a little special. The first is always special. There's no love. I love them all the same, but it's a different connection with me and the other ones. So let's get that clear, because I know they're gonna run up on this one day. I'm gonna make that very clear. Love you dearly. Okay.
Oh, it's not. So no, what was you about to ask a question?
I was, wasn't it? So what do you think it's gonna take for us to even be cordial to one another?
Are you including mom in it?
No.
Oh, so what are you talking about? You said two.
Fabrice.
You said two.
Well, yeah.
Fabrice?
Yeah.
I feel like that y'all would have to have like a conversation.
And I don't even know how that would start. Because I'm stubborn and he's stubborn.
We talk about we have similarities, and him and Fabrice have similarities with that stubbornness.
Yeah. I'm very stubborn because I felt like I didn't do anything to deserve.
And he feels that way too.
Yeah, and so, but we all know he. We all know. Anyway, sip on that while you sip on that tea.
No, but I feel like a conversation. I feel like if y'all had a conversation, it would clear up a lot of stuff.
It would clear up a lot. But I like sometimes I want to reach out to him and have that conversation with him, but
stubbornness.
That Aquarius don't play with none of the family, friends, or loved ones who can get it.
But I generally do feel like if y'all had a talk, it would go over. It won't go over.
Does our relationship now, did that put you in a bad space with awkward space?
With Fabrice?
With either because I never wanted to like put you in the middle, and you know I've always been that way. Like even when we were having trouble with your mother, I always tried to keep you guys out of it because I thought it was adult
drama.
Yeah, and so drama.
It was very much drama. Very much.
I always tried to keep you guys out of that because it was not a place for y'all to be in.
No, I agree.
Yeah, so. What do you said the conversation, right?
Yeah.
You think the conversation?
I feel like.
Give me some tips on, kind of guide me in what I should do.
It's hard for me to say because I know how he is. Because you said, like, I feel like if you would reach out to him, but I just don't know how he would react.
Yeah.
Because he's stubborn.
It's a whole other reason.
But I feel like if y'all two would just get together and talk and just clear things up, it would die down.
Okay, with you being in the house and living there with the all three of us, did you see that did I do anything that I'm maybe not aware of to make him be the way that he is?
Only thing, if this is what he really is mad about, is when I was talking about that time in that when we lived at that house, when you was going through all that stuff. You were kind of mean sometimes.
Yeah.
And now that I understand why, I don't take it personally. But back then, maybe he's harboring on that as well.
Yeah.
He could be remembering stuff like that.
Yeah.
I have no idea. I've never had that conversation with him.
Oh, okay.
About maybe I should.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So maybe you can.
I don't like if I try to bring up anything, he doesn't want to talk about it, or he gets mad, or even when I try to talk about stuff about mom, he doesn't want to talk about it.
Yeah, but I also believed a lot of stuff that love my son dearly, but he's also a follower, and so wherever his surrounding is, wherever his surrounding is, he follows. So if everybody's angry, he's an angry black man. Anyway,
you're trying to get in trouble.
No, I really know. That's why I have to catch myself. I forget these cameras are on. Okay, now let's talk about grandma.
Oh, okay.
Let's talk about your grandma. Now, my mother and we had a pretty decent relationship. I say that she did the best she can for what she knew how. But what I will say, I thank her so much the way she loved my boys. Yeah, the way she loved my boys, like it was like, okay, I don't know why I didn't get none of that, but
it's okay. I got it.
But the way she loved them. So talk about, because I never had experience with a grandfather or a grandmother.
Oh,
never.
Yeah, I know.
So how was that relationship with?
And for me, she was my only grandparent.
Yeah.
She was really my only your side and my mom. Like wasn't close to my mom's parents. I wasn't close to my grandfather on this side. She was, I would say, like between you and her, y'all were both like my best friends.
Yeah.
I was very close with my grandma.
Very close.
Very close with her. She was. I'm really with her crying.
It's okay.
She was. I could tell her. I could just talk to her about anything. Anything.
Yeah.
And okay.
I'm
gonna start crying.
But I will say that they had a special
we were
relationship.
Really close.
And I dare not even. I just sat back and enjoyed the relationship. Like I never tried to intervene with that because it was beautiful to watch how my mother was with both of the boys.
How she was
with both of my boys. And so let's talk about
We could go the stories about Miss Bertha.
yeah, Miss Bertha Renty didn't play with nobody. I miss her.
I do too.
I really do. I miss her. Even though we had our things, but I look back at it now, and I think a lot of it, I was so angry because I felt like nobody was hearing me.
Yeah.
And then, like, on her deathbed, we really had a beautiful talk, and that's when I said, "Oh, I get it." That's when it went on. She loved me the only way she knew how. She knew how, and that's what I want to get across. Like, I wish people would, when they have LGBTQ plus kids, you really don't love them any different. You just love them.
Yeah.
You just love it, and I believe that a lot of people. Well, I'm going to speak for my mother. She thought there was a different way that she had to love me, and it didn't always come off as love. And then when she explained it, I was like, "Oh, okay." And you don't get they don't get. My mom didn't get a book to read on how to raise a gay child or a different child.
Yeah, and you also got to take into consideration the
generation
that she was raised in. Just...
But I will say this: she never ever. I was never called the F word. I was never called, by her. But the thing with my mom was she just, when we got around people, I didn't know if I was sitting wrong. I didn't know if I wasn't talking right. I didn't know. She just would give me this look like she was embarrassed of me. And that broke me. Like I was telling him, sometimes I wish she would have called me the F word to show me something. And then a lot of people said, "No, you didn't want that." But it was the embarrassment that I brought to her, that I thought I brought to her. But she was very, very proud of me.
She always told me that.
But I didn't know that until, I really didn't know that until we had that talk, and then the service. Everybody was coming and telling me how much she loved me.
She always told me that.
Yeah.
And that's why do you think she was always dependent like you
Yeah.
as opposed to all your other siblings?
Yeah. But when you're in that space,
I understand it.
When I was in that space where I just couldn't
understand why
receive it. I couldn't receive it. The love that she had, I couldn't receive it at the time. Yeah, but I sure wish I could go back and do it. That I wish I could go back and do again, because just let her be her and receive it, and just let her love me the best way she knew how, and accept it. That I wish I could go back and change out of anything. That was the yeah. Cause we were, the times we had over grandma's house.
That was the spot. Everybody went to her house.
Yeah.
Especially on the weekend.
Yeah. Okay, so now you have no questions?
I thought we were talking about grandma.
We're not gonna stay on grandma. This whole conversation now.
What is the question I have for you?
I know, you always stump. Let me help you out. So what is it like as a gay man and you have a gay father, that kind of relationship?
I don't feel like it's different. Nothing changed.
Because let me tell y'all, I remember when he tried to dad. I was like, boy, if you don't shut
up.
The
only reason why I told him that is because somebody I'm talking to was coming over, flying over, so I had to let them know.
He came in that room and told my dad, I was like, boy, if you don't shut up. Because I believe this should never be a coming out story.
No, for what?
For what? So I was like, if you don't shut up and tell that boy to come on over.
Do you know who the first person who knew, though?
Who?
Grandma.
Did she? I thought she knew, but she would say little things, and I'm like, girl, don't have me cuss you out about my baby. Yeah. You told her? Oh, did you? Okay. Well, she sure kept that a secret.
It's not her business to tell.
She sure kept that a secret. I think I bet I knew.
Yeah.
But I think she knew I knew.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I just never said anything, even about your, my other son is also is part of the community. So when I said that family gave me hell, I was like, boom, boom, voila, I got two of them. So the son we're talking about, he's also part of the LGBTQ Q, whatever.
P?
I don't know. I done added.
I don't know what that is.
Pansexual. Look,
Oh.
look at me.
That's not what he was thinking about.
So yeah, he is part of the community as well.
Mm.
So yeah. So this is what I wanted to ask you.
Mm.
So having a gay father and your friends, your friends, and they parents are straight. How did that compare, like conversation wise, with your friends?
I feel like you're more. I don't know how to describe it. They're more. You're more outgoing and you're more fun and I don't know how else to explain it. They're just.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how else to explain it. It's not really like I don't see there's like a difference between parenting skills, but I feel like you. I don't know how to explain that. 'Cause I don't see a difference between like parents.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I know I'm very outgoing and I'm different. Like I'm not your typical 59-year-old.
No.
And I don't try to be, no matter what the F people be saying
So
about.
you can't cuss on here?
I'm just trying to keep it nice.
Oh yeah. Let's talk about how I learned how to start cussing.
I don't know what to say. I know exactly how old I am, and I just like to have fun. And just because I'm 59 don't mean that I gotta walk around here with a walker.
Oh, you're talking about like the age?
Yeah.
That's what you were talking about? Yeah, that's what I mean. Like they're more old fashioned and you're not.
Yeah.
Never have been really.
I really haven't. I really haven't been that way. I always what I will say about your grandma is she did give me let me take this back. I don't think I kept a lot of things secret as far as wanted to be a dancer, wanted to be an interior decorator, wanted to be a fashion stylist. Because that was typical gay things. So I kept that. I think she would have embraced it because when she first saw me dance, did I tell you about that?
That's
Snuck
that
in that club and snuck in there. Her friend had told her she saw me dance. I was in a dance contest. And I looked over there, and I'm a very sexual dancer. And my mama was standing over the top of child, it's too much. And so, and she just cried when she saw me dance. She's like, I didn't know you can dance like that. Dance like that. I said, well, what do you think I'm watching Soul Train in the room sweating, getting it? But yes, I apologize for that. I think if I was more forthcoming, she would have accepted every bit of what I was into.
I think she
I was just scared. Yeah, I was just scared.
I think she would have.
Yeah. So, come on now. You want to end this or?
We can keep going. Let's talk about how did you feel being a gay man amongst your like siblings? Did you feel?
I felt like I shouldn't have a conversation to anyone about my sexuality. Straight people don't come out and have this conversation because I get tired of people crying. Oh,
it's not that serious.
It's not that serious. So I just felt like I didn't have to have the conversation with them, but clearly they thought I should have to have the conversation with them.
I mean, like, did you feel like you well, at least with Uncle Donnie, did you feel like you were could fit in with him? Did you feel like
I can fit in anywhere.
Yeah.
So I could. Okay. And so even to this day, I can just fit in anywhere.
Did they make differences? Did they pick up on it? Like, did Uncle Donnie kind of pick up on it?
Yeah, he used to say little things, but then he got that ass whooped. He used to try to say some little things. But let me tell you, now, I think that's what hurt me the most when that went wrong, because I basically raised my brother, and he's told you this. And so we were so close at one time, and then the things he said to me about being gay and something it's still, and he has apologized. Yeah, he really has, and I think it bothers him to this day that he said the things that he said about to me. But I think that kind of ruined our closeness. I still love my brother dearly, but I think that kind of for me, everybody, if you notice the whole, even me coming back in the family, I still keep people
At arm's length.
Yeah, I still keep them there because for my own mental health, I have to keep it at arm's length.
I understand that.
Yeah. Even when I got back in, even your grandmother, my mom, I had to keep her in the space too. It was difficult because I met her crying after the wedding with Famous, and I remember her telling me like how happy she was to see me happy. Yeah. So we had a moment after the day after I got back from we went to the mountains after that, and me and her had a conversation, and she loves Famous.
Oh, I know.
She loved him. I was like, girl, you only know. She loved my husband, Famous. Love him.
She told me.
Yeah, and she told me the reason why she really loved him is because she felt like he brought me back to her.
Oh, that's what she said.
Yeah, because I told her when we met, I said, the reason I'm here because of him. Because he made me, he says, look, you got to make it right with your mom. And so I said, okay, so we went on. As soon as I walked through the door, the only reason why I'm here because of him.
Petty. I remember that day.
You were there?
When Famous came? No.
No.
That's when I remember the day when he came, when I first met him.
Oh, okay.
It was at grandma's.
Was that grandma's?
Cause you picked me up.
Oh, that's right. I picked you up. We went to eat or did?
We went to.
That's when we went to the D party.
Yes.
The D bar. This is the dessert bar. Clear that up.
Oh.
Dessert bar. It was
called a restaurant.
Yes, a restaurant. It's called the D bar, and they sell like these beautiful desserts and stuff. So
I wasn't even thinking that.
I watched you too, and I know they would definitely go there. Yeah. Yeah, so that's when I had a birthday dinner for you.
And it was at grandma's, and that's when I thought that was when she first met him.
No, she had made him twice before that.
Gotcha.
The first day me and her started talking, that didn't work out nice.
Oh yes, she told me about that.
I haven't, and I stormed out, and I said, and when I got down, and you will be blocked. Famous on the phone like, oh God, what did I do? What happened? What did I do? And then she had called me before I blocked her. She said, don't block me. Can you come back and we talk? So I went back by myself.
Gotcha.
And then Famous came again. And so he met twice. Yeah. And then after that, then they had their own relationship. They was calling and texting and calling one another. He was, Mom, I said, your mama live in my bellow. I was like, okay. But yeah.
Yeah, she told me
So how was it when you came around and you met what I call my crew?
They were cool.
Really cool.
They were cool.
Some of them.
I'm not gonna say who.
Shit, you know who we talking about.
There's a couple of them. But at the time when I just first met them, they were cool. Especially Shay.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to boost her head up, but
please. I tell her she
no, but she was always the coolest of the clique to me.
Yeah. And then you met Jerome for the first time at the second birthday party. The last one I just
The recent one?
Yeah.
That was my second time in, but that was the first
he
time.
Came up to the house.
But that was a quick little. This was the first time.
Yeah.
He's cool too.
Yeah, I try to surround myself with people that are positive and just gonna lift me up and that I can talk about.
You have to.
Yeah. And I didn't get that at the beginning. But I will say, like, one of my dear best friends in the whole wide world is Mr. Wendell Hawkins.
I knew that.
We've been friends for over. How many people say they've been friends for over 40 years?
That's crazy.
For over 40 years, that's crazy. And then Miss Maria Vigil, yes, and then so it was the three of us growing up. Like we went out.
Well, I met Maria first.
Yeah, no, you met Wendell when you were young.
No, I meant like when we started.
Okay, yeah.
And that was the first time I met her that I remember.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
yeah.
Get into that.
No,
But she was she was the first one I met when we
yeah,
started talking again.
because Miss Maria was not playing with your mama. So yeah, I kept them far apart.
Yeah, I knew of her, of course, but I that was first.
I was on the way because I saw her today and I was driving home. Remember that table I made with all the collages of
I didn't
pictures?
know that was her.
And I was thinking about, I should have told her that you didn't know that was her.
I didn't
Amber,
know. Yeah, I didn't
Amber.
know. But now you say, I look at my, that was her, just
Yeah.
younger. But
Yeah, yeah.
at the time, I was like, I didn't know that was her.
Yeah.
We going to talk about Wendell?
Oh. Love. And I don't even consider him a friend. He is definitely family.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely family. We have been through and done. Woo. We have
Stealing cars.
we have done it all. But anyway, we're going to end this now.
Okay. Oh, he don't want me to talk a little bit too much.
And I want to thank each and every one of you for watching us, and I hope you enjoyed yourself. And what I really want to get out is that for y'all to see that the love between two grown men, the father and son relationship that we have, and kind of want to share that with you guys, and hope y'all got something out of it. Thank you for watching.
Me.
He's a whole lot. Thank you for watching Jagged Edge. Until next time. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, bye.